Just being earnest. Just being earnest.
Dude, you know your track Bottles About Dead is on my pre-show playlist.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Like in the house?
In the house, yeah.
Oh, sick.
And post-show, yeah.
Didn't you walk out to Cheers one time?
Oh, yeah, I did. Yeah, one time.
Yeah, why not twice?
Every time, yeah. Every time I see that, I see the settlements of the show and that ASCAP money, I was like, son of a, it's going straight to Ernest, dude.
Maybe I could pay you that much
to
just play it. Like, what is it? Like $1?
Wait, how much is it? Yeah, it's like $5 from ASCAP that always comes out of there.
Yeah,
ASCAP, BMI, and something else.
CSAC.
I go, who are these people?
Just don't touch SAC.
Don't touch. Yeah. Don't.
CSAC, you CSAC, but just don't touch SAC. Oh God,
check it,
dude. What are we?
That feels good.
Nice.
Are you ready?
Born and raised.
I mean, let's do it.
Born and raised, ready.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I hate that. It's the born part that really gets me.
Yeah.
We're finally doing this.
It's been after how long?
What feels like 5 years, but realistically probably
maybe. Yeah,
mid
at least 2.
Mid pandemic. Have you heard about the pandemic?
Yeah, if it's real.
Plandemic. Scamdemic.
I like hearing those stories. Do you? I don't believe them, but I like to hear them. I like to hear the guy.
Stories or the just like, you know.
They're like, this is why. I go, seems like.
Yeah, well, people just want to make sense of stuff.
Yeah, you have to.
But how does that work? How does, well, they're just reaching, they need to have some reason, but then, what's it called?
Some kind of like.
What's the word for when you think of, a conspiracy theory?
Yeah. They can, well,
Thank you. We're back. God gifted me with that word.
You couldn't get to conspiracy theory. I feel that was one you're reaching for.
Dude, it was nowhere to be
What's
found.
that thing called when everybody believes a thing that's not? It's a conspiracy.
Religion.
Theory.
No, that's a joke. No, he's a good Christian man. He's a good Christian man. It's a joke. No, so
it's a joke. It's a joke.
You grew up Amish, right?
I grew up. Well, my family's Mennonite.
Mennonite.
Yeah, which is different. Way different. You know what that is?
Mennonite. I think there was a Mennonite community right outside of Henderson, Tennessee. Because I went to school at Freed Hardman, which is like a cough away from Mennonite in and of itself. I feel like y'all hella strict.
Nah, they're just like, well, it's the same. You're talking about like making sense of the world. Like, Amish people are like cars. It's too much. It's too right. Electricity. It's like we're not. My buddy has a great joke about Amish people. He's like, in the history of mankind, God thought the perfect technology was from 1956 to 1958.
That's it. That's it.
Like, it's a tough. That's a good point.
Little House on the Prairie looks
good
fun.
Point. But you go back to like, you go to you ever been to like a third world country, like a mission trip or anything?
Trying to quit.
Bad person, dude. Wow.
Well, dude, I feel bad answering Dominican Republic.
Wow, dude.
Because there are beautiful places in the.
I thought you were talking about Puerto Rico. I got those. That's even worse. That's worse.
That's an American state.
Oh, yeah. Is it a state?
I'm not sure.
Where is it?
It's just it's probably a little south of Miami. I don't know. Puerto Rico.
Where's Puerto Rico?
Dude.
Because they have Alaska, Hawaii, and Puerto Rico, but I don't know where. I think it's out there.
I think it's a bottom right side of the map deal.
Is it? Look at him. He's like, yes, dude, you idiots.
Dude, it's been so long since I've had to know the answer to that question.
South of Florida?
No, it's near the Caribbean because you find it. Yeah, dude, that's a stupid that I didn't know that. Puerto Rico is like a puddle jumper.
But away Hawaii from is the other way. Off of California, but way, way out there.
Yeah, like a 4-hour flight from California.
If somebody was like, we're taking this, we'd be like, nah.
Hawaii?
If China, it's like how far more is it to China? If you go to
another 12-hour flight or something
to China.
Like probably. Yeah, let's look at a map. I haven't looked at a map in so long.
Yeah, look at that. All right, where is
the Virgin Island, Dominican Republic, or Puerto Rico.
Where's Puerto Rico?
Kind of.
There's Florida.
Yeah, we knew that. Yeah.
Okay.
Where's Puerto Rico?
Haiti, DR, and then Puerto Rico's right off the coast of the
DR. But these
right.
aren't ours.
Correct.
No, correct.
But that's ours.
But we were talking about
close,
Haiti.
We could take them probably if we wanted to.
The Dom rep. All right, so why people get mad at me if Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico, I get them confused. I'm sorry.
They're close. No, you're right. You're right.
That checks out.
But so you asked if I've been to a third world country. I went to Dominican Republic, my junior year of high school, with a bunch of college baseball coaches and pro baseball players. And
let's see how far this is into the podcast when Ernest mentioned that he used to be a baseball player.
What?
3 minutes in.
I didn't even say I played.
Oh yeah, sorry, you're right.
I did play it. Thank you for reminding me. I had forgotten. But no, dude, we went and we did like mission work with these kids. And you've been in Nashville long enough to know Lipscomb, and do you know about CPA?
Yeah, 100%.
So the Lipscomb CPA rivalry has always been a thing. So I'm there. I'm wearing a Lipscomb baseball uniform.
Yeah.
I'm wearing a Lipscomb baseball, and these kids are coming out of huts, and there's goats in the field, and we're hitting them ground balls with duct tape balls.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
This kid comes out wearing a CPA
jersey,
basketball uniform.
Because they'd been last year.
Somebody had sent it, like one of those the drives. And I was like,
and they were,
we got to get our
they were like, hey, this is a good school. Like basketball players from here are good. They don't know. They're like, oh,
yeah, purple.
Oh, you would get crushed by who's the biggest D1 or D5 in high school in Nashville?
I think it's like a
division.
AA. I think it's a single A, double A, triple. I guess division.
How many? What's like the?
Probably 2.
Where like in Nashville that he goes to play safety for like the Vols. Where does he play in Nashville? Where's like a freak athlete play?
Got you. He'd be at like a Brentwood Academy. Well, now he could be at Lipscomb.
Lipscomb's now. Oh yeah, Lipscomb's good now.
Dilfer's come in and made a program out of it. But like traditionally,
they would go
Brentwood Academy and NBA has had a bunch of stud players.
Freaks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All I know is the legend out of that school is Bo Tillman. That's the only person I know.
Shout out Bo Tillman, dude.
Shout out.
Yeah, we could talk about Bo Tillman for a second.
A lot of studs come. But no, what you were saying about...
I love Bo Tillman. That's what I want to say.
We love him, dude. We love him. What you're saying about... I said, we ever been to a third world country?
Oh, yeah.
Because everybody's trying to make sense of the world.
Right.
So, like, when you were seeing those kids playing baseball, did you think the kids at your school are happier than those kids? No.
No chance.
No chance. And probably less.
Yeah.
Less happy.
Way.
Because we went like Amish. We go to the Amish community for like Christmas every year. They got no cell phones. They got to ride their bikes everywhere. And my sister-in-law goes, don't you think they look at us with their cell phones and wish? And we get to wear like mascara and we get to wear makeup. And they don't. Do you think they don't want to be us? They go,
I don't know. Do you not think so? Do you not think that because
we're not happier? So why?
Yeah, but they don't know that.
Yes, they do. I think they do.
They look at us.
They're like, oh God.
Is that a crazy weekend?
It was a movie. It wasn't, though. It was not a movie.
Film.
It was a horror film. Yeah. It was a homemade movie.
It was a Lifetime movie. Yeah, well, I was just curious because I grew up Church of Christ, which was like strict-ish. You were homeschooled, correct?
Yeah, I was homeschooled. Yeah, but then I went to private Christian school.
You did go to a private Christian school?
Yeah, high school.
The only homeschooling I did was during my 9-week suspension.
Hey, 9 weeks.
Yeah.
That's tough, dude. That's about as long as you can go before you get kicked out.
Expelled. Yeah.
How do you come back after 9 weeks? Did you do the...
Stronger, tanner.
Yeah. Did you do the homework?
Yeah, my mom homeschooled me.
Why'd you get kicked out for 9 weeks?
I pulled a knife out on a kid.
Who doesn't, dude?
In the 7th grade, it was like dude. Well, let me explain. Carter Sanderson, okay, because it was the David Lipscomb, Ezo Harding basketball game. There's a chili cook-off. We just had middle school basketball practice. Had my duffel bag.
All right.
And in my duffel bag, I had the clothes that I had worn to the farm that weekend.
Okay.
In my jean pockets was like a switch, not a switchblade, like a buck knife. Those 4-inch classic knife.
Yeah.
Well, I put the jeans on after practice, had the knife, and then me and my friend Rafe Tenpenny, Mitchell's brother.
Rafe.
You know Rafe.
Yeah,
so me and Rafe, 7th grade Rafe, and a couple other people were out in the lobby in between games.
Yeah. That's where it all. It's like the parking lot of a strip club. Like bad stuff
goes down.
Bad stuff always happens in the parking lots of strip clubs.
Yes,
in the lobby.
In the lobby of David Lipscomb.
Same type thing.
It's very similar. Trust me, very similar. So Carter Sanderson, I'm supposed to spend the night at this kid's house. We're cool, and I like jokingly pull this knife out. I'm like, "Hey, boy,"
that's hilarious.
That's what I thought. That's
funny.
But a 7th grade girl saw it. Yeah. And went and told that I had just told his parents I just pulled a knife, That got back to him that I was like actually
on the kid.
Got back to Carter that I was trying to hurt him.
Yeah.
So like within 20 minutes, dude, this information had traveled to a girl in my grade, sister in Texas, was like, I heard Keith Smith pulled a knife out on somebody.
Yeah.
So,
and then you're over there and you're like, all right, the knife's in the guy. And I'm like, guys, I didn't like, everyone's like, what's the big deal? It's like, I'm in the bathroom trying to clean the blood off. And everyone's like, he pulled a knife. Like, I don't get it.
I don't get the problem here. We're all, he's still my friend. Yeah, he's still my friend. Look, he hadn't said anything.
Yeah, he's cool. We're buddies. It doesn't seem like
it's the Halloween edition. Murder.
Yeah.
Murder.
Would he tell the same version of that story?
Yeah,
he would.
If he were being honest,
he's like, legally, I can't really talk about it.
If he were being honest, it would be like his version would probably also be. And Carter, if you hear this, feel free to rebuttal. But
come on the pod.
Pretty sure Carter would say yes. And then I went and started, and I'm speaking first person as Carter.
Okay, all right, yeah.
I went and was consoled by my friend Matt Powell in the auxiliary gym.
The auxiliary gym, dude.
Now that's where
that's where it goes down.
It goes down in the auxiliary gym. And dude, I think somebody got upset a little bit. I don't want to say the word cry, but
I don't want to. Yeah.
It got dramatic. Then, of course, my dad's the basketball coach, so he has to finish the game. My mom has. We have to go have a family intervention meeting in the locker room.
Yeah. But don't you like all these like you ever listen to those like murder mystery podcasts?
I love true crime. I love a true crime.
A good true. All right. So I think the reason why we all love those is because we all live in this world, right? And if you let's say for example, you started telling me or like, hey Ernest, like what are you doing this weekend? You're like, I'm down in Shreveport. I'm like, all right. And then you're like, every weekend you're like, I just love like the history of Shreveport. I would go, no. Yeah. That doesn't.
Yeah. It just doesn't know the way it makes sense.
No. That doesn't make sense. So you go either there's like something that you need to keep a secret is going on down there.
Yeah.
Because like I say, I had your locations and I knew you're in Shreveport. You're like, I just love the air down. I go,
good little Mexican restaurant.
Yeah, it just goes, no. Because that's why we like that because it was, or like you listened to the one that, the prom queen got murdered.
Yeah.
But you're like, the police chief from 2 counties over can't. I go, no. What? That's why we love them because we all live under the same rules.
Yes.
So if let's say a guy is donating $2 million to this charity, and then you go, oh well, he has to get under the taxes. Oh,
ta-da.
Oh, okay. Or this girl is really interested in this guy. Well, her last boyfriend hated it. Oh, okay. Yes. So whenever
we love to connect dots.
Yes. So and that's the same with religion and the Amish, and that we're like, why? Or the conspiracies about the pandemic. What?
We need something tangible.
Yes. You go, okay, that makes sense. Yeah. And
that's a good point.
When I was in rehab, all they would do is that. All they would do is
connect dots for you.
Connect dots.
All the way what got you here, dots.
Yes. Yeah. And so for example, there was a guy that was a doctor. And he every Tuesday, for example, this is rehab, you would go out of the room. There's therapists in here. We would all talk about earnest behavior for the week. What we didn't like, and then it was written down, and then they would read it to you. Whoa! Everything you did, and then they would help you. So I'm gonna give you an example, something.
Wow!
There was a doctor in there, and he hadn't practiced medicine in a year. He had his license suspended. He was trying to get his license back. Every time we would go out to dinner or something, he would wear scrubs. And I said, I don't know, doctor, but it seems to me that you like to feel important, or we're going into a Cracker Barrel. He's like, I just came from open heart. It makes you look like a baller.
Yeah.
And I'm just,
it might as well be a cape.
Yeah. He's like, I've literally just come from saving the world. And I go, it just seems to me.
Yeah.
This.
Yeah.
And he, of course you fight that to death.
Yes.
Because it's true.
Yeah.
And they would I have a Range Rover, not to they go, it seems to me that you have that because you are trying to flex.
Yes, though. But also, dude, you don't have to go to rehab to know that
yeah.
Land Rover's
no,
a flex.
But it goes, but at the beginning I would go, No, dude, it's like I gotta drive a lot of long distances and it's better mileage. And like I need the tint on the windows because I'm a public figure and like my golf clubs fit in the back. And they would go, stop it, dude. Stop it.
Yeah.
And then you go, yeah, you're probably right. And then they go, great, let's go to lunch. All you have to do
Acknowledge
is say it. And then they go, cool, we're good. We're great.
Wow.
That's it. But people will fight to death to defend. No, a worship leader at church. No, I just want to communicate the gospel. That is kind of true.
Yeah.
But also you're in front of 10,000 people. It feels good.
Yeah,
just say that. Yeah. And then everybody goes, great, let's go to lunch.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Was your rehab like a faith-based rehab or
No.
was it just straight up cold?
That's a faith-based is what kind of got me into trouble. In terms of like the shame of like,
yeah, that's true. Yeah, I guess you're right. Let's leave faith at the door this time.
we can bring that back in. Once we kind of yeah.
When did you move here?
2000 after the Winter Jam tour in 2018.
The Winter Jam.
You know what that is?
Did you play Gatlinburg?
Yeah, I've done that one.
Winterfest?
Yeah, Winterfest. I've done it. Yeah, I've done it twice. Did you go to it?
Dude, yeah. Our youth group used to go to Winterfest all the time.
You know, Winterfest in last year, the one before is everybody was like, hey, no live events. Absolutely the height of the pandemic.
Yeah.
No, they were like, we're doing it.
Got us. Yeah, you got to, dude.
I was like, hey.
You go to Winterfest as an 8th grader, a freshman, to get to the China Bazaar. You got to go.
The top. That's the top.
That's where you go to get the ninja throwing stars.
Oh, wait, that's down there on the strip there?
Right down the strip. Yeah, you gotta get ninja, brass knuckles
and then,
water bongs.
Dude, after your story about getting suspended for 8 weeks, why are you still promoting this lifestyle? You stabbed a kid.
I did not stab him. It was a 4-inch blade.
Did you get that blade from there?
Wow. Potentially, I definitely bought knives at the China Bazaar. But you know what? At Winterfest one time, Tate, I really might have
Skillet. Who was there?
Tate.
Oh, Michael Tate.
Yeah, dude from DC Talk.
I love it.
There was a man with a tat on his big fat belly, wiggled around like
marmalade jelly.
Took me a while.
That
to
was
catch
Toby.
I think
that was Toby. But everybody thinks the rapper is the black guy. It's
That's
racist.
not why I did that. I was just saying I'm a DC Talk fan. Leave it alone, John.
2021, dude.
2020 done. But Tate's up there, and I say that to say I'm like,
this is amazing.
I'm gonna pit. This is my moment because this is like maybe my first time on a big stage.
Oh yeah,
not a stage.
You're up. You're there.
I want somebody to come up and do the verse because he did Jesus Freak.
Of course, at a youth conference. Of course he does.
And who's gonna rap the verse? Yeah, dude.
Oh,
so I raised my hand, and then afterwards I'm like, do you know I was adopted too? And
yeah, he did a whole thing.
I saw you play at Lipscomb. Of course, the only other I've seen DC Talk play at Lipscomb and Tate play at Winterfest, dude.
You qualify.
I qualify.
You're gonna get to heaven. They're like, I don't see your name here, and they're like, I saw. They're like, you know what?
I got my ticket stubs.
Yeah, you know what? Get in here. Maybe we got it. It's under a different name. Get in here. Yeah, we know you're in.
It probably is under a different name. I wonder what name they have or don't have for me at the gates.
They're like, you know what? Get in here.
It's Keith Smith. We don't have that. Ernest? No. Snow?
Yeah. I don't.
Oh, what's my birth name? No. I don't know my birth last name. I was adopted. You know this, God.
Come on.
Something, anything.
I always had a bit about how when you get to heaven, because like you get saved and like Catholicism. There's like it's like you get any other religion you convert. It's a
Catholicism happens like when you're
confirmation. Yeah. But like in evangelical Christianity, like you get saved like, I was at a youth group puppet show, and they're like, let me check. They're like,
exactly.
It's like I was at a Christian magic show. You're like, this. You got to rededicate in your 20s just to double check.
You're gonna need to go to something a little more adult.
Yeah, that's
a booster. You need a faith booster.
Have you been baptized?
Faith booster, dude. Hey. He sat on that one. He's like, I'm gonna get in.
Booster?
Faith booster. That's pretty good.
Need to eat some fruits of the spirit.
Yeah. Let's go. Gummies.
Cornucopia of fruits of the spirit.
They got them all.
Have you been baptized?
Yeah, I got baptized. And I was like 10.
I think, I got baptized. I've been baptized twice.
Oh, you got rebaptized.
Yeah. Didn't feel good after the first. I was probably 10 or 11.
Yeah.
Church camp. Everybody got baptized.
Yeah.
And then I got baptized again on a wilderness trek my junior year of high school.
Yeah, dude. What year was this? Because that was right. remember like the Wild at Heart? Everybody's like,
Yes.
men have to be like
Yeah.
carrying swords. And like,
this
what?
would have been 2010 or 9.
Yeah, it's right in that time. Yeah.
Colorado.
Yeah.
whole
Oh,
group,
yeah.
you know,
yeah.
5-day thing.
Which I think don't you get to like as an adult, and like I don't like these. A lot of people on the internet that are like they call it deconstructing like Christianity. You're like, hey, listen, you're 40. Weird stuff happened in youth group to everybody.
Yes.
And I bet if you asked your youth pastor, he wouldn't defend it. He'd be like, yeah, that was weird.
Yes.
Weird stuff. But to like now you become an adult, you're like the man of Jesus. I feel like I'm on board with that.
Yes.
Look out for other people, do unto others, serve the. I feel like the tenets of this check out.
Absolutely.
The stuff in weird evangelical 90s and early 2000s Christianity, no one is defending.
Right. Yeah. No.
There's no guy that like we brought the power team to our church and they did a pyro and it lit the ceiling on fire. It was like, that was a good idea. Not one, nobody.
Yeah, nobody. People left the church.
Yeah.
because of that.
Or like we had a youth trip that like we went to Mexico. This wasn't I wasn't on this trip, but our church went to Mexico.
It was like a mission trip.
Yeah. They were like, first of all, if I lived in Mexico City and a bunch of white people came down and were like, we're here to save you, I'd be like, okay, I got it. I think I'm good.
I think everything's fine.
Yeah, I think we're doing great. Yeah. But then they were like, we don't want to leave any like imprint on that community, so we're not even going to leave toilet paper there. We'll put it in a bag and like bring it back.
It's a little bit extra.
But the youth pastor will be like, yeah, that was nuts.
Yeah,
everyone would say it was nuts.
Yeah.
Not one person is like,
most of the intentions are always good.
Well, like your parents, they taught you about like virginity. Those were in good intentions.
Yes.
The problem, it gets a little tricky.
Yeah.
When you become an adult.
Yeah, it does.
But you look back and you're like, I'm in like rehab or like maybe the recovery process would be like, yeah, I'm not mad at my youth pastor or even ex-girlfriend or like I'm not. You're like, because some people, they take that the rest of their lives.
Yes. No, totally. I mean, dude, I've had to unpack, and me and my parents can talk about.
Same with mine.
We can talk about it like adults now because I think it just came off as rebellion for so many, and I was rebellious. But at the same time, now I can explain and articulate to my parents why I feel how I feel,
and they can probably do the same.
Yeah,
they were like
much better, and I think I think too a realization my parents had. And there'll probably be some Lipscomb people hearing this episode because it's you on here, and they just love John Crist. But
I do love Lipscomb though. I went down. I was like mobbed the last time I went there.
Lipscomb loves you, and look, Lipscomb, you love me too.
Yeah, we love it. Yeah. I gather about you that you grew up Church of Christ, but you're not anti those people.
No,
you love them.
I do love them,
and they
have always accepted me. That's what I'm about to say is that like.
There's some contention, but I never have heard you bash. We make fun of some of the superficial stuff, but that pastor, you were like, that guy's legit.
Yes,
I love that guy.
Walt Lever is a great man, and he was my dad's class.
And that's nothing. I've heard nothing out of your mouth since I met you than that.
Yes. So, but my parents have had to come to the realization that I technically was the guy that they told me not to hang out with all my childhood. I was always the kid that they were worried about me hanging out with.
Yeah.
And I was like, and I never knew how to say that, but like, Mom, I'm him. But it's like, I'm him. I'm the kid that other parents are telling their kids not to hang out with.
And if my parents read the story of my cancellation, they would go, this guy, if it wasn't me, they would go, this is a bad,
right.
But then they were the first people to come to do anything for me because it was their son.
The love of parents. So to move on to how when they had that,
we're going to get some people saved because of this podcast.
Yeah, no doubt. Dude,
where'd you get saved? You listen to John.
Just be in earnest with John, dude.
Get in here, dude.
But I think that my parents, their minds have been open a lot by me. Like they've always been in the Lipscomb world and the Lipscomb bubble. Both of them always. So that's
all they know.
Yeah. So then for me to go and gain like a whole new worldly view that I can bring back to them.
And not like in a screw you guys. This is the truth. Like, hey, here's the thing.
Showing them music they never heard or talking about like they. Now
it's not. it's not like it's like when you're walking along the sidewalk and there's like some wet concrete and there's someone draws like a swastika. It's like, that's not racism. That's just a kid that doesn't. Yeah. He's just thinking he's not a bad kid.
Yeah,
but you're
like a little fourth grade boy.
Yeah, he knows that that's a thing that you shouldn't.
Yes,
that's it. Yeah. Like my parents, they're not. They're great people, dude. They have great intentions. They just like, but you don't know what you don't know.
Correct.
Or if you live this way, you go, why would they act like that? Just like the murder mysteries, and you go, well, this is how they grew up, and you go, oh.
Right.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah, it is all.
Why are they scared of someone drinking a beer next to them? But let's look how they grew up.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, my parents have never had a sip of alcohol.
Me neither. Mine neither.
Yeah.
Mine had they went to a dinner party where there was some pasta cooked in wine sauce and they went home.
My parents might stay for the pasta.
Yeah, all right. Yeah. They go, no, we can't. No.
But like I remember like being 10 or 11 and being at one of our neighbors' houses and like he had a cooler of beers and Diet Cokes.
Yeah.
And y'all want a beer? No, my dad grabbed a Dr. Pepper. And was
sure.
I thought it was cool that they could hang around. I thought it was cool that we were hanging with people that were drinking.
Yeah.
It was like
your parents would do that.
Yeah. But I also was probably 8 when I took a beer out of that same guy's garage.
What's his name? Do we want to say his name?
Ty Finch.
Come on, Ty.
I was feeding his cats, and I think I took a beer out of his fridge. Not a fridge. It was a warm box of like a Coors Banquet.
A warm beer?
Warm beer, garage beer.
Yeah.
2 sips, hated it.
Not into it.
Went back a few years later. Yeah. Not there, but to the beer in general.
Now you're still going to his house. You're like, dude, this is the only place I can feel it.
He moved. I walk in the stranger's
crying,
garage.
Dude. You good, dude?
Keith?
But you do. But wouldn't you say that like this is maybe a little bit extreme example, but like the guy that did 9/11.
Which one?
Why are you guys laughing? Unbelievable.
Were you talking about like Bush?
No, not wow, dude. No. The guy that flew that plane.
Gotcha. Okay, gotcha.
To him, he was right. To him. At the time, 40
million virgins,
based on what he believed, that, and if you can convince yourself that, then anything,
yes,
literally anything,
yes.
If you anything on the news today, right or left, if you can convince yourself, no one acts wrongly. If someone harms your son or your wife, and you go shoot them, you believe this is. Now, if he's laying on the ground bleeding out and you go, oh, I think I might have done too much.
Yeah.
But at the time, you are correct.
All you see is red. Yeah.
You're correct.
Yes.
So that goes for everybody. Right or left, pro-vax, anti-vax. If you could sit down with them like this, one-on-one, maybe not with all these cameras and podcast equipment, but and you could tell me, you would go, oh.
Yeah, right.
I get
why you feel that.
If the Al Qaeda guy could talk about his childhood all the way up, you could disagree, but you go, oh,
yeah. So at what point though, like
we're not agreeing with it, right? But we're saying, huh?
Yeah, but I'm asking like for growing up, how we grew up with not baggage, but just like learned behavior and behavioral thoughts. Like how much of that do you have to shake moving forward?
A lot of it.
Yeah.
Or like the Westboro Baptist people. They read the same scripture we do.
Yeah.
Do they not?
Yeah.
And they go, we need to protest military funerals or abortion or whatever.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Dude, interpretation is crazy.
And so you look at kind of when you whatever Reconstruction is, keeping the things that your parents, that you would like to pass along to your children.
Yes.
Treat other people with respect, right? Like,
yes.
Serve the poor, put others in front of yourselves. These values, but you don't want to pass down. You all be a virgin at all costs, and if you don't, keep that a secret.
Hell.
Yeah.
That was always a tough
tricky
one for me.
Yeah.
Because by all definitions of what I was told, I was going to hell.
Yeah, same.
That's why I got baptized twice. I was
because you felt guilty about.
Yeah, I did most of my. I did most of my sinning between 10 and 18.
Yeah.
I'd barely gotten a few sins in.
I didn't like kiss a girl until I was 22.
Wow.
So I got a little bit of late. I started drinking until I was like 30.
Wow.
I didn't. And my buddies, they were like, "Why don't you just do all this stuff in high school like the rest of us?" I go, "I should have. I guess I should have.
You should have. Well, I mean, see, but now it's like, because you had, you had to get a little living in.
Why? You
had to get a little living in.
Yeah.
Well, did you have any opportunities to drink when you were in high school?
No, dude, no. You know what? I've started drinking. The first sip of alcohol I didn't start like drinking until I was probably 30. I went on the road.
Yeah.
And I was like, alone. I went on the road alone, and now I had money.
Oh yeah,
I was like,
that'll happen.
Yeah, that'll happen. You're like, yeah. What happened?
Yeah. Talk about the murder mystery.
Yeah.
Dot connected.
In rehab, they're like, tell us your story. They were like, I was like a minute in. They're like, no, we got it. I think we got it.
Yeah.
Very religious. Then came into money, and then one thing happened, and you didn't go to hell for it. So you're like, I got it. Yeah, no, I got it. Yeah, no. Checks out.
Perfect.
You're free to go. I am. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Good.
But because you thought. And then you realize what you thought is not true.
Yeah.
What you and nobody ever really said that directly, but you're like, people are like, where'd you get that message? I go, I don't know. It's just kind of like I know. I remember a kid like a kid in high school like made out with a girl, and he was like, I wish everyone would have sat us down and be like, hey, all y'all are doing great.
Yeah.
If this is high school and all you're doing is making out, y'all are doing great.
Totally.
Like maybe keep an eye on it, but you're good.
Yeah. We'll circle back on this.
Or like, yeah. In college, you're like, that's like, but they have to be like, wow, man, when you get caught,
totally.
They have to kind of do that.
Freed Hartman, dude, 11 p.m. curfew, dry campus. They didn't want anybody to drink, so we had to go to Jackson to drink.
Yeah.
And then we had to get back by 11.
That ultimately like reinforces like some kind of like shame about it. Like, all right, now we got to do it in secret.
Yes.
Now we can't let anyone know.
21, like people that were 22 and 23 could not drink. And Lipscomb was that way until recently, but like, the shame thing, like that, I definitely have so many good qualities that my parents passed down to me that I want to pass down to my kid.
Yeah.
That like
if there was somebody like swearing around you'd be like, hey, there's a kid that don't, not that you're against swear, or, you know what I'm saying, but like
chill out, read a room.
Yeah.
Just read a room.
That's it, dude.
You know,
just not that this is a value that I would just not at this age. I would not like to. I'm not saying because I'm Christian. I'm just saying
right.
I would prefer this one not. I get.
Dude, my mom would always say garbage in, garbage out.
Yeah.
And I think I've told this story in here before, but about like 4th grade, I'm listening to a burnt CD with a bunch of Eminem songs on it.
As an artist, and you're burning CDs, well, and if I burned an ERNEST CD, you'd be pissed.
I'd like to sign it.
You're like,
I don't care. But I was listening to Eminem. I think it was Asked Like That or something. It was something coming out of my little JVCs.
Yeah.
And I remember my mom turned around. She was like, "What are you listening to?" And I was like, "Nothing." So she threw it in the car CD player and came out. And, and she took it out and snapped it through the window. And it's like, I was like, this. I want to do this when I grow up.
Yeah.
You know, so like, yeah. I mean, and then, another thing that led to
it went right into a squirrel's eye, and that squirrel has been choking on it, or like a turtle or something.
Squirrel ran in front of a car. It was a bad chain reaction.
Yeah.
But that suspension in 7th grade, like all these little things, dude, I got told I was a bad kid so many times. Like, he's like, I'll believe it.
Yeah,
eventually.
Well, that's what happened to me. That's exactly what happened to me. That I was like a Christian. I was performing in churches, but I was like, having girls over to my room and drinking, and I was like, which is like pretty standard activity for a single guy in his 30s.
Yeah,
but man, like that chatter kind of started on the internet about how John Crist was all these horrific things, and I, based on the shame that I was like, this is true.
Yeah,
this is true about me, and that's what took me into alcoholism and depression, and that kind of like and then I remember in rehab, and I got out, and every woman that I like, you girls around here, they were like Nashville that I've like hooked up with, they were like, hey, you treated me with nothing but respect. And like, if there was ever any kind of situation, I was more than like, you're a good guy. And it would make me cry, dude. Cause I was like, that can't, and all they would say in rehab was like, dude, you're a good man. You're worthy of love. You're worthy of like, you're a good man. Cause no, like shame-based behavioral change is never going to last.
Right.
Because you feel bad about something.
Right.
It's you feel good about yourself. I'm a better person that I don't have to. And it was like over and over and I'm still learning it 2 years
Positive
later.
affirmation's so good.
But they like they were like, but if someone is, so many people say you are a bad kid and you're not sure who you are.
Yeah.
You're like fake, like pulling out a knife, like no one, the idea that you got suspended for 8 weeks and no, like you can process as an adult, but not as a kid. You're like, no one, that's not true.
Yeah.
Like I was
never like
I wouldn't stab anybody.
Nowhere near my mind.
Ever. They were like
was after I got suspended.
But you're sitting there for 8 weeks and going, all these people in this community. Yeah. And now I might as well be him.
Yes.
I might as well be bad.
Yeah.
Because or not bad, but bad for like being
Eminem,
a Christian.
I am whatever you say I am. If I wasn't,
why would I say I am? And you're like what's the next line? Every day I am. Radio just the way I am. Radio won't even play my jam. Yeah.
I think
then you're like, oh. And then everybody was like, hey, you're like, that's not true about you.
Yeah.
I mean, you're a good guy. And I'm like, wait. And then you have to, just as many times as you heard you're a bad guy, you got to hear that the other side to start like, you're like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now if people say like, wow, Ernest, you're a bad guy, you got to come on, dude.
Yeah.
Like if you're like, for like, I like fake pulled and then I got caught. Like these are not like, but all you needed is one person to be like, you're a good kid, man.
Yes.
That's all you really needed.
Yes. Yeah. And it was always so rule based. And I think it's like, there's the good kids and the bad kids growing up. And I definitely would have probably fallen on the troublemaker side of kid regardless.
But not like real trouble. That's what I'm saying. Like Christian trouble.
Christian trouble.
That's like, dude, come on, what are we doing?
That's exactly right.
Like
was not hot wiring cars.
He like smoked a cigarette.
Yeah.
And they were like, wow, this guy needs to. What?
Yeah. Yes.
What?
Yeah.
I remember, this is probably a little graphic, not graphic, but I remember I was 26 when I had a girlfriend that I like was committed to, that I loved, that I thought I was going to marry. And I got a hand job.
Careful.
Yeah, I know. And I was so overcome with shame that I
would. Of word.
Gosh, dude.
I mean, it's such a serious moment, but God, dude.
For him to break, I thought it was intentional.
I can't look at the camera, dude.
I can't believe it. This podcast is brought to you by Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. They got canes all over the place. Most importantly, they are coming to Nashville in 2022. I'm pretty stoked about that. Love me some canes, Texas toast, fries. I mean, it's all good. The dipping sauces. Jeez. There's a lot of chicken places in Nashville, but Cane's is going to come and stir things up. I already know it. Nashville listeners, if you've never had Cane's, you don't know. I mean, you just don't know what you're missing out on. You've had good chicken, but you haven't had great chicken. Right now, I think they have one in Knoxville, South Carolina. Knoxville, Tennessee, right on UT's campus. Southern California, I read that as South Carolina. Maybe one day. All around Arizona. Let's see, across all over Texas. And the list goes on. But Cane's was actually born in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I knew that. Shout out Todd. I don't know who Riley is, but apparently some dude named Riley is going to say maybe that's why they're so good at football. They were raised on the best chicken. You're right, Riley. Whenever I see them post on social media, I sit there and I think, why is my mouth tingling like this? And then I remember it's because I'm looking at Cane's Chicken Fingers. Every time I go to Cane's, people just treat me with such good hospitality. It's because they got it figured out. And, I did see that they were hiring. If this music thing doesn't work out, I could see me probably just getting a job at Cane's because I know they're hiring. Should we record another episode from Cane's probably? We should do an episode at a Cane's for sure. Okay. All right. Back to the pod. Okay, dude. I mean, dude, and where we're picking up, I'll remind you, is shame. Okay. Yeah. You were overcome with shame.
Oh, I'm crying. I mean, if you put this as the promo, I'll kill you.
It won't be the promo. This will be a good little Easter egg.
All right. But I remember. So I was like, this is. I don't know why I got that in my idea. This is It's over. It's over.
Yeah.
And I went into my pastor's office. Then I need to have an emergency meeting with you.
Like confess.
Yes, because I was so burdened. I don't know.
Were you gonna propose? Like you were? Like,
I was getting there.
Yeah. So
yeah.
you
We were like
ruin a good marriage.
Yeah, and I was like, we didn't do anything.
Yeah.
And I hadn't done anything before that. And I was like, this is the first time something like that had ever happened to me.
Yeah.
And then I go, hey, I was in there crying, and my pastor was like, well, you're probably gonna have to take a step back off the leadership team at church, and like maybe she's not the girl for you, but they have to. No, but
Damn.
But they have to. They can't be what I was saying. Like you in high school, they can't be like, you're 25 and this is the girl you're good. Because when I got to rehab, all it was is the heaviest shame. I wanted to kill myself.
Yeah.
And then I told my story. They go, that's it? They were like, what else? I go, pretty much just that. And they go, but then I go, well, I'm Christian. I grew up. They go, oh, okay, got it.
Yeah, because your perspective of
those
that was
things,
the worst of the worst.
That was the worst. You could do anything else, but not that.
And there's somebody in there that's probably giving hand jobs for crack.
Oh, well,
It could
or
be
something.
worse.
Yeah, something. Yeah, or that where there's like, oh, but I just had the wrong. Does that make you just had the wrong perspective on? But again, back to the murder mystery thing.
You got to be able to connect the dots.
I got it. Yeah.
What was so your private Christians from homeschool? And then you did. What did you do? High school at private Christian?
Private, yeah. Providence Christian Academy.
How many kids were in
Home
your
of the
class?
stars, baby. 100.
Wow, so it's about the same. That was like
yeah.
Lipscomb now is bigger, but yeah, it's like 100 kids, 20 kids in a class.
So if there was like enough to know like a bad group.
Word goes like crazy.
Yeah.
And then small town too. Probably.
Somebody smoked a blunt or something.
Yeah.
One of the girls like in the senior trip like streaked in the hot tub or like took her top off and it was
Yeah, she had a reputation.
Yeah,
for years.
but I wish somebody would go back and tell her like, hey, you're a good kid, man.
Yeah,
you're a good kid.
Yeah, you know who's a good kid?
Everybody at my Christian school.
Bo Tillman.
Great kid.
Tillman,
circle back.
Circle back to Bo.
Contractually, we have to mention Bo Tillman 4 times.
We do.
Yeah.
But what is it? Bo Tillman and the Traveling Trouble?
No, Trouble by Association.
Trouble by Association.
I got the shirt. Dude.
See, this is what I mean. I was troubled by association.
Yeah.
Bo was like, hey, mom, spend the night at Bo Tillman's. She wouldn't worry for a second about what I'm doing.
Dude,
Scott Tillman's we're gonna probably make some hot dogs and sing
some good stuff.
Campfire songs, man. What was your favorite church camp song?
I mean,
if you got up and had to lead a church camp
Lord,
song.
I lift your name on high.
Lord, I lift your name on high.
Let's go, dude. We went to Eminem to Lord, I lift your name on high in about 90 seconds.
That's about my spectrum right there.
I saying yes, Lord, yes, Lord. You know that one? You don't know that one? Well, Church of God, you guys don't do.
Church of Christ.
Shoot, dude. It's the Church of Christ. You don't do the on the stage.
No, we don't do the stage. But I'm just thinking like we have.
You don't do the women on the stage.
I think they're trying to work.
Well, all right, because I went to that church. Remember, because I was talking to you about it. And there was 2 rows of people in the front with microphones,
and they have women.
And I go, why? Why are they? And somebody in my DMs goes, it's because they don't let the women on stage.
Yeah, that is true, but that it's like they've made progress by at least putting a microphone in their hand.
There you go.
I remember like we used to go to. No, that's a church thing. She's looking at it.
She's looking at it. Literally, she just quit her job.
No, the church.
You're like, they've made progress.
No, they have.
They let the women speak.
In, like the Church of Christ. And there was, I should have sent you, there was a great Facebook debate about this after the Shamlin thing came out.
Yeah.
But like, I remember Otter Creek Church of Christ. Mm-hmm. When I was in high school, there'd always be like a woman reading a prayer or something like that. Not
her own words, but from the Bible. We can't just have it.
We can't have a loose lip sink ship. Okay. But I feel like the Church of Christ is evolving. Mm-hmm. Where like that those rules don't matter, dude. Like that's not big picture stuff.
Or like they don't. But that's what I mean. You drive from like Zany's, where my house is on 8th Avenue, down to that church.
Yeah.
The one that I went to. You pass 12.
Yes.
You pass 12.
Yes, you do.
Or more.
Yeah. You go through at least 3. You go through 2 sets of traffic cones for church.
Yes. And all of those were set up. All of those were set up new churches because they said these little details do matter.
Yeah.
Or like our churches, our pastor's going to wear jeans. We're starting our own.
Yeah.
Our pastor we're gonna do the wafers instead of the bread. We're starting our own.
Yeah,
That's why there's 12.
yeah. That dude, it's it.
But I've been going to a new one every week, and they're all the same, dude.
That's what I wanted to ask. I'm jealous of, other than the fact I just don't want to go to church every Sunday.
Yeah.
But that would be a way to keep it light, at least, or at least have it keep the routine is a thing for me. When it starts getting repetitive, the same church
we just
every
gotta
Sunday,
go.
do the sit up, stand.
Yeah. There's not really anything happening in that.
What's your favorite one you've visited so far? Do you have a favorite?
Man, I
Did you
went
make
to
any
this.
friends?
Well, every single one.
Yeah,
We take like a bunch of photos afterwards.
yeah. But you like anybody you've stayed in touch with?
Well, I think my favorite one was this one, the Eastern Orthodox.
Is that here?
Yeah, it's like a mile from here, and it's like the whole ceiling's painted like the Sistine Chapel, and there's like it's so far away from my tradition. There was smoke, and there was these boys coming out with these, and you had to get a candle. I go,
Oh,
this is Christianity. Like, we're reading out of the same scripture,
Yeah.
but I go, this is nothing. But the guy comes over to me. He goes, "Hey man, you look a little
Lost.
like." He goes, he picked up the book, not the hymnal, but he goes, "Here's the book. We're on page 20. We're going to go to page 24. He does this. The leader's going to say this, and then we repeat this back. And anyway, if you need help, let me know." It's like, oh, dude, this guy's watching the Titans game after this.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, or like it's a little different. We go, oh, this guy. He's like, are we doing a 1 o'clock or a 3 o'clock start for the Titans?
Yeah.
Whose house we going
yeah,
to?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
all right.
yeah. Good people.
But were you taught that those other churches were other than you growing up?
Yeah. I mean,
That they were what? That Presbyterian or that they were?
I don't know if I can remember. I think that like the way my parents probably explained it, and please tell me what the difference is, because I think Church of Christ sticks closest to the word,
Sure. All
to
right.
the word. I think in
And
New Testament.
All right.
And then,
But if you said the cross point wasn't around back then, right?
no, but I think being baptized to be saved is the main thing that the Church of Christ believes.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, so if
Whereas,
you
like-
can get saved and not be baptized in other
Correct.
denominations,
You
okay,
can
yeah,
you can make a commitment, but you have to go underwater. That's a Church of Christ
underwater,
thing.
not sprinkle.
Correct. That's
Yeah.
a Church of Christ thing. Submerged.
Which is, if there was another church with like they were doing like a bouncy castle or like would your parents let you go to the other one?
Yeah, I would bounce around Church of Christ.
Yeah, but not outside of that.
I don't know that I
didn't
think
want
the
to.
only time I ever went to a Baptist church, well, all my friends were at Church of Christ. Like, so
Yeah, you didn't know
I'd go to the
anybody.
same church every Sunday morning, and then on Wednesday nights
Oh,
we'd go to
because the
Granny.
school was also Church of Christ.
Correct.
that you
So
went to.
All of our friends.
So
like,
you would have no idea.
the Wednesday nights. Yeah, the Wednesday
you wouldn't
nights.
know anybody else.
No,
Me neither.
all my like Brentwood Baptist. Thursday night we would do a thing that Lipscomb University would put on.
Okay, and everybody would come.
And it would be like a jam band. Like there would be music, but it'd be a Thursday night.
Yeah.
There's no church, no music on Sunday mornings. But you can.
Which you secretly realize now that they were doing that to get kids to come to the college. You go,
Yeah.
oh,
But I always-
this makes sense.
even though music, like white Christian music, doesn't do it for me, but it did
Okay.
it more for me than a cappella in high school. Like when I went to my
You like
first night
music.
where they're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I was like, wow, I remember feeling like moved. But now, like,
Moved to like emotionally or spiritually.
both. Like
You were
there
like,
was
this does something for me.
my
Yeah.
group of friends had a really like good run at like we'd like do our every morning prayer group with the boys and like get up and to the point where it was like a little bit aggressive, probably looking back.
Yeah, all the male
Holier
stuff is
than
always
now, like,
very
it was really weird.
Yeah.
It and you felt way better than everybody
Oh,
for a
100%.
minute.
You came into school already having done a thing.
Already
That's-
prayed and had
oh.
breakfast in the parking lot.
Game over.
We all had matching WWJD bracelets. I mean, this was like a 6-week period, and then we all fell off the wagon.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Pretended like it never happened. But never.
God's like, hey, can you take out the bracelets? Don't. This is not.
Yeah.
Don't advertise for me. I don't need you.
We're walking by in the halls, like, acting like we don't even know each other anymore. What was I saying before that?
About
Shoot.
music. Music.
Oh.
You like music.
Yeah. So, but
Hilarious.
my favorite way to like worship now is literally the Aretha Franklin gospel album, The
go.
Amazing Grace live
Yeah.
recording. Like, to me, whatever God is,
Whatever. Yeah.
feels like that when that like that.
Yeah.
To me, there's real soul involved in that, where everything
you-
else
yeah.
feels really methodical and like learn. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Which is, like, I feel like everybody that's like screaming on either side of like denominations or either side of anything, like, is like, I feel like they're lying or they're insecure about their own faith. Yes. Or they, if you go down to a Taylor Swift concert at Bridgestone and there's a bunch of the Turner Burn, I don't think that guy is that confident in his faith that what you are doing is a front on him.
Right.
Or the guy screaming about, you know, there's we should be married to aliens or there's 37 genders. Or he's screaming too. Everybody, and you know, the man of Jesus, this is get way too spiritual, but the man of Jesus goes, they go, "Are you the Son of God?" And he's like, "Well, there was a seed planted by a tree." And you're like, what?
Yeah, yes.
He never, and he took that all the way to death.
Yeah.
If you believe the story of the scripture is true. Yeah. They always pressed him. It was just like people are being like Tucker Carlson or like, he goes, think about it.
Yeah.
He's like, there's a wheat in a field. And you're like, what?
Yeah, he starts dropping bars.
Never, like, yeah. And he goes, he would like heal a guy from like, and he's like, hey, like, just keep that on the low.
Yeah.
Guy was blind and could now see. He goes, hey,
yeah,
don't tell anybody about it. If that was today at any of these churches, that'd be all over the news.
TikTok's going crazy.
I would watch that TikTok.
Oh my God, Mama's got 4.1 million views on TikTok.
But that's like the screaming on either side about you have to be the guys that are telling the truth.
A little more quiet.
They don't even want to let you know. Yeah. I mean, they do, but he goes, "Are you the Son of God? What's your name?" He's like, a rabbi, and then you lay down your head that night. And you go, I think that guy.
I feel like that guy was really close to being the Son of God,
which is what you're saying about the whatever that music is you listen to.
Yeah, it's not up front. It just feels right.
But if people that say like, you know, atheists, I go, it's something in that. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
the jean shorts of the New Testament or the Old Testament. I'm not sure, but there's something in there, which I'm not willing to throw out. That's all.
Yes.
A lot of the other stuff, the pastors with helicopters, that can go.
Yeah. Have you seen the deposition of the pastor? They're going through his receipt list, like $440 Gucci belts. Well, I'm preaching in suits. It's like
on November 29th, 2013, JMMI paid over $6,000 to Louis Vuitton.
Yes.
What would that be for?
Well, this is for clothes concerning my TV ministry as well.
What about your $1,300 off-whites? Whoa, it matches the
and you go, yeah. Versus if you just said, they're always very quick to like defend or have an answer. You're like, yeah, I like to look good. You're like, all right, yeah, when's lunch?
Yeah,
I'm good with that. If like whoever the most like religious, let's say like Benny Hinn or somebody that's like way.
Is that the older guy?
He like hits you with his jacket and you get healed.
Oh yeah, yes.
Let's say he came in here. It was us three.
Be healed.
Yeah, and he does like a
yes,
and
yeah.
People fall over and he goes, "All right." When I was probably 12 or 13, I felt a call from the Lord, and then I started preaching, and people were kind of into it, and then like I prayed for a guy, and then like people liked it, and then I like maybe if I like put my hands on him, then it kind of like
turned into the WWE.
Yeah, but like if you're like, I don't know how it got, but if he sat down here with us and be like, yeah, I mean, if I watch these videos myself, it's like a little much. I'd be like, we're cool.
Yeah,
we're great, dude.
Yeah.
You want to go to lunch?
Yeah, exactly.
You want to go Chipotle? Where are we going?
Yeah.
But if he goes, no, all you want is for people to just go, like,
you're right.
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
Yeah,
no, I'll give it to you.
Yeah.
I was talking with my therapist this morning, and I was telling him about this something that I like. There was a guy at the Mexican restaurant by my house. I was wearing one of my pieces of merch, or somebody was, and he goes, "That's a cool shirt." And I go, "I get you one. What size is it?" And I go, it felt like a good charitable like thing. Yeah. And he goes, "Is there a part of you?" I go, "God." Dude. I go, yeah, a little. Is there a part of you that wanted to like flex or I go, yeah,
naturally. I'm going to go get it out of my Range Rover really quick.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Let me pull it around up here. Yeah, put the flashers on. Yeah. But if everybody's not 100% good or 100% bad,
right?
It's in the middle.
Yeah.
Like we went to visit a kid in the hospital that was like, it had some kind of like, he's like, and then I cussed out the Uber driver on the way home. Both, like, Ernest did this.
What did the Uber driver do?
Oh God,
because we know how to connect some dots.
But you got to go, like publicly or like in the school you grew up in, or they have Ernest is either good or bad.
Yeah.
Which one is he? He's like, and my friends are like, dude, if you would have murdered someone, I would have visited you in prison. I've been the first guy there. Yeah, because you're like, if he did that, he was probably in a lot of pain, and he's not proud of that. I would be the first guy there.
Yeah, still a good hang.
Still a good hang, dude. It was through plexiglass, but
Still, how you been?
But everybody, it's tough to be like, it's the easiest route is like Joe Biden is the Antichrist. It's so easy, dude, and everything.
Every president is they just automatically that's the Antichrist.
Everything is, and then every time you don't, there's no server. Yep. Joe, or like there's no supply chain. Yeah, this guy's not wearing a mask. This guy's wearing a mask. It's like, I bet that guy goes home to like his wife and his dog, and he's like, "What are we having for dinner?" Yeah, right. Yeah, yes.
But then he leaves the room and comes right back in and goes, "What are we having for dinner?" but good guy.
Good hang though. Good hang. But it's like, what is that?
That's the Joe Biden, dude. That's the Joe Biden.
And what is he done? Clench his fist?
Dude, like there's a video of Jerry will show it. Do the Joe Biden stance? He's like in a conversation or a debate, and my man just went freeze mode, like locked here.
He like seized up.
Yeah, he's like just for a minute, just there, 90 degrees, dude. What you doing, Joe?
But if he was sitting here with us, he would be like,
I was kind of stupid looking.
No, he goes, yeah, that was weird. You're cool, dude. You're cool with us.
I think, dude, I would love to hang with any of the last three presidents.
So would I, dude.
Obama would be such a fun hang.
Of course he would.
Dude, look at that. Dude.
Why is he not moving?
I don't know. His thumbs moved,
but his Anderson thumbs Cooper's are moving.
I know, but my man hit pause on his entire life for a second. Somebody's playing. What is it? Click.
You got to restart it, dude. It's like I thought that was Frozen.
Yeah, I did too the first time I saw it.
Who's that guy?
Some guy probably doing a review on it. I would have loved to hear what.
But isn't it like it would be nice to not carry all that stuff with you. Yeah. All that, I wouldn't call it hate necessarily, but like you if anyone has a reason to be like angry at like Christians, it's probably me, dude. Yeah. But if all they would do is just teach you they would just talk to you about the other side, empathy for the other, and you go, that makes sense. Yes. That makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. Or like a guy like some girls, you're like, if some girls like going down to like getting drunk on Broadway and like hooking up with guys, and you're like, it's easy to be like, she's a slut or she's an alcoholic. That's not true, man. No. It's a good person, and it's like maybe a little bit lost or looking for
going through it.
Yeah, the same love or affirmation that we're all looking for, by the way. And that's her easiest way. It's Friday night at 5 p.m. and she's like, well, I could go out. Checks out, dude. Yeah. Checks out. You're like, fine.
And it's up to somebody to leave them Broadway girls alone.
Oh, full circle, dude. Leave them Broadway girls alone. Those TikToks about that are just fantastic.
Great TikToks about that.
Great TikTok. I mean,
dude, guess what I'm doing tonight?
What?
Topgolf.
Are you again?
Yeah.
That's where we met, dude.
We did. We had a blind date at Topgolf.
And that TikTok popped off all the way.
People are redoing it all the time now.
Yeah, I was like, we started that.
I didn't see anybody do it before you did it.
Let's go. Wait, people are doing the grass?
The rangefinder.
Yeah, the rangefinder. Yeah, I've seen that a couple times. Yeah.
I haven't seen anybody else do the grass.
Yeah, that's a little. Well, all right, so it takes like creatively, you have to go to verbalize it to someone else. Even I got to verbalize some things to my cameraman or to you or to the actors that are going to. The script is in my head, but I got to get someone else to do this with me to do it.
Yeah.
And to be like I was doing one that's like taking street signs literally. And so there's one that says no outlet, and I go up there with like a phone cord, and I go, that's just dumb, dude. Don't laugh at that. This is stupid.
Trying to plug it in.
And I just walk like, or the one that says hidden drive, and I go and I find like a external. And I go,
found it.
yeah, it's like I was like, dude, let's leave that in there, dude.
That's good though.
I'm gonna put it out.
Good.
Okay, yeah, because I go, this is insane.
Yeah,
but every creative anybody, it was insane in their head.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Some of those songs, it's insanity.
Yeah.
There's I'm talking about like some of the Billy Joel or like maybe Elton John or like
Rocket Man
or like Purple Rain or like you're like
Yellow Submarine.
No, dude, no. But you're like those are all of my best. All of my best ideas are.
Yeah. Dude, the Bible name, the Gen Z Bible name was great.
Classic, dude.
That was great.
Okay, in the book of Numbers, there is a village called Shishay.
Mm-hmm.
How about we just shorten that up for a boy? Sheesh. That's it.
Sheesh.
They'll pronounce it like that. Sheesh. It's just like a thing from TikTok. It's just like a trend.
Like a dance thing?
Yeah, it's like super. Okay, Romans 16, Narcissus.
Narcissus.
You know?
Just like your daddy.
Okay, I found this one myself.
Okay.
I'm really proud of this one.
Okay.
It's in the Old Testament, and he's also currently one of my idols.
Oh, okay.
Elon.
I
drive a Tesla. It's...
Oh, your dad's still making the payments, so it's like...
Well, I mean...
Everybody goes, did you, like... How does... When you're walking around stores or shooting these videos, like, I don't understand.
Yeah.
Because it comes to you.
Yeah.
Done.
Exactly.
And you go, oh man, oh God. Yeah, you're just throwing things out there and sometimes things don't. But you got an album. I mean, how many songs is on Morgan's that double album? 25?
I think 30.
30. All right.
30 songs is on there.
How many that you couldn't sing along with?
I don't know. I feel like I could sing along.
Oh, you know them, but yeah, you know all of them. But like, there's some that aren't that you're like, maybe this one. I'm saying we don't. Somebody's like, how do you shoot viral videos? I go, yeah, if I knew, I would just do that. You just
gotta try, yeah.
Yeah, I would just I didn't know.
You just gotta go do it.
Yeah, just gotta. Everybody goes, what? I want to do stand up. I go, well, the East Room every Tuesday night at 8 is open mic. So until you do that,
do stand up.
I can't talk to you. Go do it,
dude. That's the. Maybe we talked about this. We're like,
you could do it, bro.
Well, I don't know if I could. I don't know. I might. If I did it, it'd have to be a full jump to comedy.
Oh, you have to burn the bridges, the ships.
Yeah, because dude, all my music career gets canceled the second I get on the stage. That? I don't know. I just feel like my style would probably be a little too.
That's too much.
Push the envelope too far.
Trying to rein it in.
Yeah, because I wouldn't be clean comedy. I don't think. Part of my shtick would just be gone.
Yeah, he gone.
I couldn't do it.
What have you been making fun of on Instagram recently? Oh, we went by we went in the stages. The first of the
people melting down, dude.
We talk about that or no?
We haven't talked about it on here. Can we?
Yeah,
sure, dude. We're moving on. Yeah,
right.
people are playing shows.
Oh yeah. All right. So me and you follow the same, pretty much the same community of people.
Yeah.
Christian or country, really anything.
Yeah.
And it was to see the artists melt down during not being able to perform.
Yeah.
The desperation of these posts of like,
can't wait to get back out here with
which was your favorite song, favorite moment of the 2018 tour?
Yes.
Sold out.
Yeah.
It's like
big crowd. This person's definitely like in their flip flops eating chili. At home right
or like you're like this guy's putting in ears, like everybody's like chanting his name, like miss these days. I'm like,
from the backhead silhouette shot.
I'm like, dude, just like go talk to a therapist, man. Like everybody's like, you could see them like, I loved this outfit from I go,
yeah, it's like, hey, all they're saying is don't forget I'm somebody. That's really all. Don't forget that I also am someone. It's like, dude,
but why would we? What?
Nobody's anybody right now. It's a pandemic. It's gonna be fine.
Just melting.
So that's what we'd send at each other. Just say melting,
dude. Like the stories about like, man, my favorite part of remember when this sold out? Or what was your favorite? When I come back on tour, what city? It was like,
comment what city I ought to show up to in 2021.
We could just take a break.
Yeah.
But why do we, that connected with us? Because we are that. We are that.
We're probably,
Yes,
that
dude.
was our version of melting.
Yeah, we were melting privately. Yeah, we were melting with each other.
We were just melting back and
We're like,
forth.
look at this idiot. And we were crying.
That's probably truer than I'm willing to admit here on air.
Look at this guy. I was like, honestly, no one got the backstage video of me. If they had it, I probably would have posted
Actually,
it.
nobody was even there. Nobody even cared to get the backstage. I was showing up by myself doing shows solo. Who's your tour manager? Me.
I went on like some rant the other day, or so like, because I'm good for, let's see, however many tickets in each market, right? And the comedians don't really, and you go out and you're like, it's big in like the Christian circles, or like you're on stage at like Mercedes-Benz arena of like, these are not your fans, because I'm trying to sell 1,000 tickets, 2,000 tickets, which is like, and I go, it's just like, I was like, this is not you. If you went on tour yourself, there would be 30 people there. But that's my projection of my own insecurities, because there were like all these things. It probably wasn't about them. It was about us the whole time.
Yeah, definitely.
You just look at it, it just drives you nuts, dude.
Yes. Dude, it's so funny. I mean, so much of all of it is, dude, we're all just a shell of our own insecurity.
Everybody.
And it's like, so as soon as you can recognize it in somebody else,
Then you go, hey, good.
oh, good.
Like, I was telling this never ends. Like, if you start out for like the host at Zany's, then the feature, then the headliner, then a weekday headliner, then a weekend headliner.
Yeah.
Then you selling out the weekends. Then you add shows on the weekends. Then you go to the T-Pack, then the Ryman, then the Civic Center, then the Opry, then Bridgestone, then like we're all gonna cap out at somewhere on there.
Correct.
And even if you sold out the Bridgestone twice, you're like, I wish I could have done it in the pre-sale. You're like, it's never going to be good enough. No, dude, it never ends.
Never going to be good enough.
Never. And everybody, I wish we could talk to like somebody that's on the other side.
Yeah.
That you like, you started to like see ticket sales. How did you cope with that?
Yeah.
It's the day is coming for us. We're going up currently.
Yes. Yeah, I think that's when know when to hold them, know when to fold. Like, I think that bowing out, it's going to be impossible. You're never going to want to quit. But
no, and you never, and like you sell out the Ryman, and then I'm like, well, Theo sold it out in like a day. It's like, I feel like God in heaven is like, dude,
I don't know what to do for you.
I can't help you. Dude. He's like, I'm trying. I'm really trying to work with these insecurities, but my goodness, dude.
Me. What are we doing?
But you like knows people that are like, I go, the girls that want to like date me or like be seen on my Instagram. I was like, I don't have anything for you.
Yeah,
I know what you're looking for here. I don't have it.
No capacity.
Because I know that like, all right, what if Kevin Hart DM'd you and he's like, do you want to come on to? He doesn't have.
That's not going to happen. Like that.
It's not gonna fill it.
Sure, right.
Then you're gonna be like,
well, why can't Jerry Seinfeld?
Yeah. Or like, why can I do it? It's like this never ends.
Yeah.
So it might as well get off. Let's figure out how to get off the train and just have a good time.
Yes.
Or like, and just.
Are you having a good time with comedy right now?
Yeah. Since I've been back.
Yeah.
It's been unbelievable. But I used to be so pissed at.
Even what you'd kill and be pissed when you got off?
Yes, because there was all those people on the crew, and I would be like, who's paying these people? I hate them.
Nothing's good enough.
No.
You're so pent up.
And there's like the huge LED wall, and there's like two like bulbs that I go, I'm going to fire somebody. They're like, God, dude, this guy.
Yeah,
it's like insufferable.
What are we paying these knuckleheads?
They're like, dude, I'm eating a ham sandwich in like Louisville, Kentucky for you.
My wife just divorced me over text message. Thanks. Sorry, I forgot the lights.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot your cue. I forgot your lighting cue that made you look like an
sweet
angel.
Set, John. Throws his ham sandwich.
I like this meet and greet line.
Yeah.
I wish I'd do a bit. But I wouldn't do it, but like a being God. He's like, I mean, I'm trying up here to I mean, you are insufferable, dude. This is absolutely.
Well, it's like the kid praying his prayer of I want to get this, and then it cuts to kids Joe Biden praying, and then it cuts to like adult person getting that prayer answered, and it not being good enough, and then cut to God being like,
or like what if you're like whatever everybody's ultimate goal is. If my goal is to like I feel like you sell out this, and then they're like, all right, well, if we sold out here, then next year, or like in Houston, there's the 10 venues to
get your House of Blues
all the way up to like where the Rockets play.
Yes.
And then and then
Joel Osteen's building.
And then where the Texans play.
Yeah.
But it's like, I go, all right, so if I was like, when I was in quarantine, or maybe when I was in Rehab, I was like, I thought it was done. I thought everything was done. I was like, I didn't think I'd ever do comedy or do anything. Then it was like, oh, now I'm like back on the, and God, that's
the bug again.
Yeah, you're like, oh, well, all right, well, so all right, dude, ticket sales are looking pretty good. Or maybe if we go, should we go? Should we
push it?
Like, and then it's 3/4 sell out, and you're like.
Yeah, is that different? Like if a non-packed room, like a bigger room, it's not all the way packed. I know in music, like
it's the same
thing. The energy is different.
Yeah.
Or even though the people that are there enjoy it.
Yeah, you're
like, God, this could be better.
Yeah, or like you do like Zanies at 250, which is like it's sold out. Is sold out.
Yeah,
doesn't matter.
Oh, dude, that's what I like.
100 people.
I love small club shows, dude. A packed out small room.
It's unbelievable.
And it's roaring.
And then you go to the Ryman, and then we did the Ryman twice.
Yeah,
sold both of those out. You're like, all right, so we go the Opry, and then if you do the Opry twice, sell out the Opry twice, then they're nearing Bridgestone.
That's they can
4.5 twice. So that's like 9.
And they can do the half stage,
or probably you could when I went to Pitbull, the third level.
So what is that? A 13,000 at Bridgestone, something like that?
Probably. Well, with the third level, hidden, it's like 11.
Do you think is Bridgestone a 2022 goal?
Well, I mean, those used to be like all I wanted to do was that.
Yeah,
and now it's like, well, all right, so you don't get that, then your career is.
Yeah, got you.
You know, it's like I try to stay off that train.
You can also make smacking money doing 5,000 a night.
Oh yeah. No, well aware. Yeah. Oh, tell me more, dude. What? Yeah. Like, how you doing? Well, I'm good. I'm doing just fine. Yeah.
That's the thing about comedians, though, dude. Like
no
overhead.
0.
That's my setup, though. Is just me and a drummer.
Killer, dude.
Because I that one thing I envy about comedians is like, dude, Kevin Hart's doing stadiums, and it's him,
and it's you got to bring
like maybe one guy.
To
do the spotlight. Joe Biden would be a good spotlight guy.
Killer spotlight. Hey, you're not gonna be president anymore, but we got a job for you.
I have a job for you, Joe. Great. What's for dinner?
That's it. Yeah. So if you're like, you look at, you're constantly like trying to like. I told my therapist is like, I feel like every morning I get up, and you ever seen A Beautiful Mind?
Yes.
And you,
that's Leo.
That's Russ. The guy that I think he got in trouble for saying some racist stuff. What's the guy from The Gladiator? Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe. Yeah,
Didn't he say some stuff?
Oh, beautiful. I was thinking.
Maybe he didn't. Maybe he didn't. I don't want to take that back. Maybe that was Mel Gibson. I'm getting them confused because that's Braveheart.
Mel Gibson, and then was it David Hasselhoff screamed and threw cheeseburgers at his daughter?
You can't do that. No, that was. I don't know. We didn't leave that alone. Yeah, I don't like to. But I go. I feel like. Remember that big wall of like equations, and he was writing down.
Yes.
I feel like my self-worth. I get up and I stare at that wall every day, and like the video didn't get enough views. Minus. Oh, my agent says, hey, the show's sold out. Plus. Yeah. This girl doesn't respond. Minus. This girl does respond. Plus. I go. I'm staring at that all day, and every social media. Another comedian sells out faster. Minus. But then this other guy I'm booking plus. It's like,
dude, comparison is the devil.
God, it's like exhausting.
Comparison. Yeah, both music, just the entertainment industry.
But we wouldn't be it if we weren't that.
Right. Everybody that's doing this for real feels this way as well. But
And if you, dude, if you're sitting here in this building, we won.
Yeah.
We did.
Yeah.
We won.
True.
This is, if anyone was like, here's who made it and here's who didn't, we're in.
Yes. Yeah, that is, dude, we
won.
The mark of what made it, totally.
But way past that.
Telling 8th grade me, telling that kid that got suspended is like, no, dude.
Yeah.
Here's what you're going to do the year 2020.
Were you sitting in with that knife still for those 8 weeks? Where was the knife?
It got thrown away that night.
It got probably for the best.
It got thrown away. But I did go back to Winterfest.
Yeah.
You still had it on. It's right here.
It's right. It's actually right here.
If you said, hey, you're going to have the shows that you're playing in front of the crowds that you're playing in, he was like, that's it.
That would be
I won.
Exactly what I was.
But somehow we're sitting here and go, but
2022,
Yeah,
though. 2022.
He's like,
2022 is the year.
And we're going to do this for the next 20 years.
Yeah, I think. I mean,
okay with it? Just like,
He said,
20
having a
years.
moment of introspection.
I'm trying to think about.
You know what? I never thought about that.
Make it 50 would be awesome.
Alive or performing?
Yeah, of course, alive.
Oh, yeah.
We'll worry about performing.
Still performing.
No, I do not want to be performing when I'm 50.
You don't.
No.
Yeah.
I would do like private gigs, like writers stuff.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I hope that the next 10 years are good enough for me to be able to do what I want for the rest of my life.
In terms
And
of you work when you want to work.
Totally. I'll never not write songs ever.
I feel that.
I'll never and I'll always get gratification from sitting on a stool with my guitar and playing.
Yeah.
For if I go and maybe it is like a thing.
Right.
I don't know how big the ERNEST thing can get, but if it's the comeback tour type
Let's go,
deal,
dude.
maybe 50, get out there on a wheelchair, play my songs.
Or if I'm just thinking of like that mission trip where like you're down there and there was everybody, let's say there was some kind of like natural disaster and everybody's bummed out and everybody's like, and there was a guitar over there and you would go, I got a thing.
Yeah.
I got a thing to help.
Yes.
I got a thing to help.
Yes.
And that's what we've been like very, very like sad moments and I can contribute to this.
Yes.
I can improve this. And
Yes.
and I think at the end, but outside of the money and the fans and the girls and all that stuff.
That's the core of.
Yes.
I
and
picked
you would
up a
be
guitar
like,
because I liked what it did to people in the room.
And it was at the very, 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 very core.
Yep.
We were like we were out in like Africa or something. I went on a safari and there was like, the language barrier was like different. We were like kind of in this Uber, but like kind of this kind of the situation. And he didn't speak, and the guy told him where to take us, and we were like these rich, like, and I was like, he barely spoke English, and I was like, we're from America, and I was like, is there like a whatever this place was in Kenya? I was like, where's like the place that y'all like? If some girl's like, I'm dating a girl from. It's like, and he told, and we were dying, dude, dying. I go, just die. And he was like, oh, so from the so-and-so tribe.
Yeah.
He's like, if my buddy came and said it was from this, he'd be like, and we were
because
dying,
no matter where in the world.
No, that's everywhere.
We have
everywhere.
that in common.
Everywhere. And same with like, I feel like music is the same.
Yes.
Where you could, you listen to Michael Jackson anywhere on earth. Yeah, anywhere on earth, and everybody was like, "Yep."
Somebody's gonna chime in with something.
And you're like, "What up, dude?" Yeah. And then it's like that's like the like I
music breaks all barriers.
And when I was in rehab, I felt like I was kind of watching the world, and I couldn't contribute to it, or couldn't like that I'm like the savior of like
no, but that was probably really hard to not
or like I just had to kind of I couldn't like commentate or I couldn't.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, what's John's? There was a bunch of people on Twitter like, this is what y'all get for canceling John because now we're in a pandemic and we wish we would have had him. They're like, it was funny, dude. Yeah. Like, oh, this is when we need him. Dude, this is when we need him.
You can be thriving right now.
Or like that, but the purity of like some kind of, you're sitting in not a bunker or something like that, but there's a bunch of people and there's a guitar and you go, I can help.
I got this.
And not your songs or not go follow my Instagram. Just like, I can contribute to this.
Yes.
And that take away the crowds and all the other stuff and their record labels and the trying to get your songs radio, take away all that stuff, and that is still there.
Yeah.
And it always will be there.
Yeah, that's why I say I think I will never outage my
never.
passion.
Never.
And you'll never not be funny.
Maybe
Like,
I won't be on stage.
Right.
But
Right.
I'll be always like, come on. Dude.
Yeah.
I remember we were like in Mexico or something like that.
You go to Mexico a lot.
I've been there a couple times.
Okay.
If I keep going down to Mexico, you're like, something down there, dog. Something down there.
Right.
But I remember we were on a mission trip with our church, and we were like doing some kind of work, and there was a bunch of like the local like guys, and it was like a girl walked by that was like, and we were like, and we were dying because it was like, we're totally different.
No words.
No
needed.
words.
Yeah,
Not even words.
That's a universal.
Not
That's
even
a universal.
words.
The man look. You can be anywhere in the world.
And I like pointed at the one guy, I was like, and we're like, it was like we immediately like,
dude,
it's like the human experience, whatever that is.
You
I don't
know
even know what that is.
There's a video of this dude in court. He's got handcuffs on. You know what I'm talking about?
I think I know this video.
Yeah, where he's like, he was quoted as saying, "Damn, thicker than a bowl of oatmeal," and he goes, dude, that's my new favorite. I've been using this.
Me and my buddies send that to each other.
It's so good.
And we always like, dude, I go,
Look at my man, dude. My man just shameless.
is that audio or no?
No, I gotta mute it right now.
But
The face is just unbelievable.
this guy's a legend.
Look at her.
Those eyebrows, dude. Here he goes. Yeah, it is true though.
That's the part. Yeah. That's the part because everybody goes, like you hear things on the internet about like we need to say this, or we got to be very progressive, or we're like publicly we're like 100%, but then privately we text our buddies like the PETA today was like, hey, we don't want to have
the arm barn.
Yeah,
no more
yeah.
bullpen.
Like,
It's got to be the arm barn.
we're like, yeah, 100%, but then privately we're like, come on, dude, because everybody is still human.
Never gonna happen.
Everybody's still privately. That's why comedy is so strong right now. Because publicly, everyone's like, yeah, 100%. We need to like. And then
Yes.
we're like, come on, dude.
Yeah, dude,
No.
As soon as you start, like we were talking about the other day, comedy cannot be. You cannot like censor comedy.
Can't, dude. Yeah.
The
Because-
comedy is tragedy plus timing, and like there can't be a good way to say some jokes.
And you know who can cancel comedians is the crowd.
Yeah.
You'd be like, oh, the comedians get to say whatever they want. No, they don't.
No.
They can only say what's already in your head.
Yes.
What you're already now. Maybe you haven't verbalized it, articulated it
Right.
the way the comedian has, but. If I was like, what's the deal with like, I'm trying to think of something that would not be true. Like, what's the deal with like the Russian immigrant population in Nashville? You'd be like,
crickets.
yeah, it's because it's not a thing.
Some dude yells something in Russian.
Yeah,
from
you'd be
the
like,
back.
what? Or like, but if you go, what's the deal with like the bachelorette parties on Broadway? Got it.
Yeah.
We got it.
Yeah.
Because that's a thing.
Yep.
So you're like, this comedian says things that are untrue. Like, no, he didn't.
No, you
didn't.
You might not have liked it.
Yeah, you might not have liked it, but it was true.
That's true.
That's the best.
What is it with mailmen? Is that not kind of redundant?
Mailmen or mailman? Oh, what's that? Oh, yeah, you do.
With that, I'll
Mailman. That's it.
I'll wrap with that.
You were like, hey, when I do the mailman, that's when we're wrapping it up.
Lights.
Yeah.
Where are the lights?
What are you doing? Are you going on tour this weekend?
Yeah, we start this. I don't know when is this coming out?
2 or 3 weeks.
Wednesday. Are you going down to Bristol?
Yeah, Bristol this weekend. You coming to Bristol?
Dude, my friends invited me. I don't know if I can go. How far is that?
Your friend invited you.
Leading Broadway girls alone. My goodness, dude. Remember that?
That's Saturday. That's this Saturday. I leave. Friday.
You're doing that. When is it? 2 nights down there or what?
One night, and then Macon the next weekend.
Gosh, dude, this is unbelievable, man.
Is that right? Or Rome?
No, she says.
Come
no,
on,
it's not.
dude.
This will come out the 8th.
This will come out the 8th. Yeah, word. Yeah.
Yeah, but basically every weekend from now on.
Forever until you're 50.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm out, dude.
Yeah,
I'm making music.
It starts
Yeah,
now.
we're doing the same thing until like next May.
Where are you at this? Where are you going?
We're not anywhere this weekend. Then we're in Charlotte the next weekend. We go like by weekends, and then we're in like Lowell, Arkansas.
You're doing theaters?
Yeah.
Sick.
It's a good time.
Theaters are fun.
Man, it's a good time, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for coming on Just Being Earnest.
Is that what it's called, dude?
Yeah, it's just being earnest.
dude. Well, all right, dude. Much
Yeah,
love.
this has been a good one.
Yeah.
I love you.
I love you, dude.
It's cute.
It's cute.
Beautiful.
All right.
Just being earnest. Just being earnest. Just being earnest. Just being earnest.